This episode of After Dark is brought to you by, well, you. If you want to support the Boss Rush Network and our family of podcasts, head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. Thanks for your continued support.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Boss Rush After Dark, the alternative topical podcast show for adults on the Boss Rush Network. I am your boy, LeRon Dawkins, back in the house. I'm a little low key tonight because we're recording this on Tuesday night, but the week's already not been kind to me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and intro the rest of my crew in here. Of course, we've got the one, the only Stephanie Klimov back with us. What's up?
No, I'm all cozied and snuggled up under my blanket because the basement is still cold.
Still cold. Like, what's the weather like up there right now?
It's like, it was high 67 today. I wore shorts and a sports bra when I was running. Like, no jacket, no shirt. It was actually, like, so warm and wonderful. But the basement is cold.
Okay. All right. I guess it is what it is. PK Power, Pat Klein. What's up, dude?
Hey, how y'all doing? Same energy as me? Yeah, we having that good week, with that excellent week where nothing bad has possibly happened in a row.
Nothing bad has happened to me, but it's just a week.
None of us has stared at the solar eclipse without proper eye protection, right?
I mean, I looked at it a few times.
I looked at it.
Well, your retinas are fried. Congratulations.
Along with the rest of my brain, it's fine.
Yeah. No, it's been rough already. I mean, I hate the place that I live. I really do. Like, I've had so many packages stolen. I've had my car stolen.
Oh my God.
It just, like, I really want to move when my lease is up. This week I had my third package stolen. I didn't pre-order. I got from Play Asia the Hero amiibo from Dragon Quest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it came to my place, but I couldn't find a package.
Are you freaking serious?
Mm-hmm. So I don't have. So that's up there with that Sega Genesis Mini and something else that I lost. I just don't even remember anymore. But yeah. And then today I did some laundry and the dryer completely wrecked one of my pack shirts. I don't know what happened, but it's like it like scratched off a lot of the pack's part.
Oh, not cool.
No, I hate this place.
I'm sorry, man. Shoot.
When you get your Amazon packages, I mean, I know it depends on the deliverer. Do you get like pictures of where they put the package?
Sometimes, but honestly, it's whether or not it actually makes it to the door. Like,
okay.
Most of the package deliverers have the ability to get into the apartment complex, but some just kind of leave it outside. And it's like, I live on a busy street in the middle of a city. You know, that package is not going to stay there for like more than 10 minutes if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
That's messed up. I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah. No, and you know what's fun? That, like, I've talked to my place about it, and guess what they finally did to, try to deter thefts?
What's that?
They put an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper over where the packages go, saying, "Please don't take other people's packages."
Oh, Jesus Christ!
That'll show them.
That's
I know,
right. Yeah, if it's not yours, don't take it.
All right.
And someone left their bag of garbage outside by my door. I don't know why. It's like they couldn't bring it to the garbage can. They just dropped it like 2 feet from my door.
What the fuck?
All right, so Corey Dirrig, can you top that, or does he win for the night?
I'm feeling great, so I'm having a great day. Played some games, had a good day at work, had a great guest. Just saying, I'm having a good day. This is the best I've felt since PAX. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It was a little rough.
All right, man.
For a while.
You don't need to brag.
So.
You don't need to brag.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, look, me feeling good is a rare thing. So I'm gonna shout it out loud when I can. Okay.
All right. Well, there it is.
Hey, man, look, if we were doing if we were doing the show tomorrow, man, I would be right down with you guys. Okay, but right now I'm feeling good.
So you're saying we need to be Tuesday shows now?
Apparently, I don't. No, I need Wednesday because I was thrown off all day today. Though, to be honest with you,
I was thrown off. I was thrown off today too. But I mean, it was a good thrown off. If that makes any sense.
Does not, but continue.
Okay, fine. So let me just go ahead and get this out of the way right now. Thank you for listening to Boss Rush After Dark. If you would like to support Boss Rush After Dark and the Boss Rush Network, head over to our Patreon at patreon.com/Boss Rush Network and get started. With access, you can get you get. Someone rewrote the script. This is not the same script I've been reading the past couple of weeks. Let's try this again.
Sure it is.
With access, you can get this show 2 weeks early and ad-free, and other perks like early access to other podcasts, voting rights, and more at the tier that's right for you. Again, that's patreon.com/Boss Rush Network. If you cannot contribute financially, it's no big deal. Your viewership and listenership are enough for us. If you're watching the show, subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up on this video, and then hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when new episodes go live. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, leave our show a 5-star rating and a nice review. This all really helps with our visibility and discoverability as well. Remember, you can always find new episodes, articles, reviews, and more over on our website at bossrush.net. Okay, so I've gotten all the pleasantries out the way. Is it time to get into some topics, or we just want to talk some more?
Let's get down and dirty.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we do have topics, but we also have questions. So, if you have questions, you can look in our Discord. Corey, I swear you're killing me with this script.
I didn't do it. I haven't changed anything.
This looks totally different from what. Okay, you know what? It's whatever.
This is the same it's been for like 3 months, LeRon.
I'm not gonna kill Corey's vibe. So
okay, I did add this.
Here's
the thing. I did add where people can email us because we did ask for more listener feedback. By the way, I know the episode hasn't gone out yet that we did last week, right? But our numbers are up for After Dark. Still Patreon's #1 show, but also After Dark's doing great on the free side. So thank you everybody for new listeners. Welcome. Thank you. Everybody else. Thank you. Numbers are up.
All right.
I'm thinking our audience, man.
Mm-hmm. Let's try this again now. If you have questions, you can look in our Discord for the After Dark thread, or you can tweet at Boss Rush Network or at Boss Rush Podcast, and also comment on the Patreon every week, on the Patreon post every week, or email us at bossrushafterdark@gmail.com. Okay. I have to tinker with that like next time. All right. So let's see. What we did last time was like everybody had a chance to read one. Do we want to do it again or what?
Oh, crap. I got to open that doc.
Sure. All right. How many? So there's 4 of us and there's 4 questions/topics. So
yeah.
Sure.
So Steph, but not your Steph via email. Steph writes, "Hi all, I'm a big fan of After Dark. I don't play video games, but I do enjoy your talks about them when they come up, especially your dramatic readings from previous episodes. I've been binging episodes since I found the show late last year. I have 2 questions. First off, what is the most all out you've gone for someone you've liked or loved in terms of a date or a romantic evening or pleasurable encounter, etc.? Who wants to go first on that one? Because
Oh,
I'm not
God.
going first after I read that.
Oh, geez. Pat, I saw you volunteer.
Sure, why not? Probably the most all out I've gone. She lived in a different state from me. She lived down in Chicago, which is about a 90-minute drive. And it was kind of like one of her last hurrah weekends before she was going to move and then go out on a church mission. But we traveled all over the place. Like it started down where she lived in the Chicago area. Then we went back up to my section of Wisconsin. Then we went to Wisconsin Dells, which was which is kind of like a touristy spot in central Wisconsin, with like a lot of theme parks and like very naturey as well. It's just kind of like a whole lot of traveling. Like I was willing to drive down there, pick her up, drive her all around. Luckily, she told me I only had to bring her to the train station for her ride back because she had a Amtrak that went like right by to where she was located. Um, but yeah, it's that's probably been the most I've ever really done. Is just all the traveling and driving I've been willing to go. Like I visit her like 4 times a week, driving
Oh.
back and forth to Chicago and Milwaukee. Made that long
So
distance work.
there you go.
That's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Long distance is hard.
It
it
is.
really is.
I
It
tried
is.
for a while. It was really hard. Um, but I mean,
You know, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say good for everybody who gives it a shot because it is extremely
Mhm.
difficult.
Yes.
That was it.
No, I don't have a problem with long distance. Like if I really care for the person, I'm gonna make it work.
Yeah.
It's just I'm gonna maybe save that for the second half of the question though. So
So
I will
Well,
make it work.
oh. For me, I have l- loved, lusted. What's the other one? Just been infatuated to many different levels over my years. But actually, I don't think I've put in anything noteworthy or anything to write home about until this current relationship. I don't want it to sound like I've been selfish or anything, but I guess I don't really do a lot of grand gestures. So when I try to think of anything, it doesn't come up. So there are two things come to mind with the current relationship. One, I'm serious, and the other one's kind of tongue in cheek. I'm actually planning a trip for my current partner because he's hitting the big 50 this year. So it's a big milestone, and he's old. And he loves to fish. He's a big fishing guy, and fishing kind of sucks up in New England. So I did a lot of research to figure out where we could find good smallmouth and largemouth bass. Found a place, booked the flights, booked the hotels. I don't think I've ever done anything for anyone else like this before, so it's kind of a lot. Never. And the other tongue-in-cheek thing is I love him a lot, but I have my own personal feelings about his child that behaves in ways that I don't think really behaves in ways that I agree upon. I'm trying to be very diplomatic here. Like, I offered to watch him when he kind of was in a pickle. So I was like, oh, I'll take him with my son too. And they couldn't be more like oil and water. And that was a very painful few hours of my life because I have a hard time being in the same room as that child.
Oh God.
I'll stop there. I have a very hard time. It's very energy demanding, life sucking experience.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I hope
Oh.
he never listens to this.
I hope he never listens to it too.
That's got to be tough, like to be in that relationship, but to like not like his kid. Like how,
Yeah.
like if you guys got married, how is that going to work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if that just seems insensitive, but
No, it's
I
not.
honestly
No,
like
I was gonna back you up saying, as you know, we've kind of we've got broken up and gotten back together, and the biggest concern of getting back together had nothing to do with him as a person. I'm like, I think you got your shit together. I believe it. And I didn't really say it so bluntly, but I'll say it bluntly here. My biggest concern about getting back together was, can I tolerate his fucking kid? Like I feel bad, but that's my biggest worry about the relationship. Um, and I definitely worded it a lot more gently and more sensitively to him. And I said,
okay.
listen,
So he knows that you
I
have reserves
I
about
do.
his
I said,
kid.
listen,
Okay.
I was raised a certain way. I raised my child a certain way. Your child behaves in ways that I find incredibly disrespectful and hard to tolerate. And I said, whenever he's under my roof, I am going to be treating him the exact same way I treat my son. I will not provide special treatment one way or the other. Like I will be fair, but the problem is he might not see it as fair because he gets spoiled rotten at his mother's house. So he might see me as there might be some rough roads ahead, but I gave him the heads up. I said, "Listen, I'm going to treat him the exact same way I treat my own son. There's no favoritism, but he just might not like it because he's not used to it, just so you know." And he says he understands. He said he'll support me. So I said, "All right, but just so you know, that's a concern." So
Yeah.
I don't know, and I
Good
feel like in
luck.
any situation, I don't think I could do it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop there before I get myself in any more trouble. So that's for me. Love is really putting up with that.
So the most you've done for a partner is love his kid.
Tolerate his spoiled child. Yes. Sorry.
Toleration is the bar is set so high.
No, it sounds funny, but that definitely also sounds like a huge sacrifice on your part.
It
Oh.
kind of is. Listen, this kid refuses to eat anything but a specific brand of pizza, frozen pizza, and a specific brand and type of pierogies. If it's not that brand, he will not eat.
I wasn't aware we were dating. That's describing my children.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I just but that's like a small thing compared to everything else. I don't want to turn this whole episode. See, once you get me going on this, I can't stop. Stop me from
Oh,
raging.
God.
LeRon, Corey, go.
All right, I'll go just to stop you. My children, my daughter refuses to eat anything other than hummus, cheese, and pretzels.
Hey,
And
at least he's eating
I was
hummus.
gonna say it's how.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was like, that's like healthy stuff. This kid, he doesn't eat a single fruit or vegetable. All right, keep going.
Yeah, and then my son is on a pizza roll kick, and that's all that's all he wants to eat now is cereal and pizza rolls. So, yeah. But in terms of
I wonder where
going
they
all
get
out,
their little strict appetite of only a few certain items.
yeah, who knows where they got that from?
Yeah. Maybe not someone who has the same breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day of his life.
Yeah, I know. Maybe not that person that
No.
is, on paper their father. Jury's still out. Third one's not
You know,
mine.
I will say one thing I'm glad about being a missionary is it taught me to just eat whatever was given to me because we could not be disrespectful and say no.
Hmm.
Whenever we go and visit people and they would feed us. So it was literally everything that they made, you ate.
Hmm.
You could not be like, nope, can't have that.
Yeah. I Yeah, so in terms of going all out for partners, I used to do that all the time, and it was I don't know. I don't know if it was just me looking for something that I wasn't getting or from other places or what, but like I would like pay for vacations, I would pay for dinner, I would pay for everything and you know, get gifts and flowers and you know, provide, at one point, like shelter, homes, whatever, things like that. And it's funny, the only person that I didn't really do that for a lot was my wife. So I don't know what that says, but I don't know. I used to pay for vacations and stuff, and I mean there was like one person that I could say would have done it if they were financially able to, but it was that just was not feasible and during our relationship. And I don't know, it was I just made a lot of weird decisions because I felt alone, I think, and lonely, and that causes you to do certain things that you don't think, maybe if you were not feeling that way, you would second guess it all the time. And I don't know, it's just I was that person, um, so I wish I wasn't. I would have probably saved a lot of money, and I probably would have saved a lot of heartache and effort and other things. Probably would have made a lot of smarter decisions, but that's how I was in relationships. And after a really, really, really terrible relationship, I decided I was not going to be that person anymore and kind of shut myself off for a while, and stop being that person. And I don't know, part of me was like, well, you should probably try to be partially that person again. But, it's just, I don't know, when you go through
Huh.
bad, when you go through,
I'm guilty of the exact same thing, Corey. It's almost like you're buying the love.
yeah. And, that's obviously not good for a relationship either, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Well, there's many love languages, and I feel like that's a fluid thing. Depends on where you are in your life and what the type of relationship that is. So,
yeah, yeah. Also, their love language is staying at the hotel you paid for their business trip and then finding out they were sleeping with someone else. So that was cool, neat.
Yee.
Save that for the second half of the question.
Yeah. I know. Oh man, life's tough. Get a helmet. Let's see. But also, like, I don't want to say I was ever in all my relationships were bad, because they weren't. A lot of them were great, and I'm still friends with some of them to this day, to various degrees. But don't try to buy love. It's a pro
Mm.
tip for me. I mean, obviously, like, pay for things and be great when it matters, right? And like when you feel like it's necessary, but don't overcompensate, I guess, because you are lonely. That leads to bad decisions. So, anyways, LeRon, how about you?
I'm trying to figure. I'm trying to figure if I'm like just a real like a bore, if I'm just not creative. Because I'm legit sitting here like as you guys been talking, trying to figure out like the most all out I've gone for someone I like their love. I mean,
If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.
wow. maybe I'm just boring. I don't know. Like one
You're
thing.
not boring, LeRon. You're not boring. Remember, my answer was just tolerating a person's child. All right, you can do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes when I see the word like the most you've gone all out for someone, like like I'm like, are we talking about spending money, or are we talking about doing something outside of our comfort zone, or what? Like something like that.
Be anything.
And I can't really. I suck. I can't really think of anything. And I mean, like I'm in a very good relationship with my current boyfriend right now. Like our 3-year anniversary is coming up next month. And I mean, I subscribe to his love language. Like he's acts of kindness. He's one of those people where like do stuff for him, particularly without him asking for it. And things of that nature. So like I always try to like do that. So like sometimes that means I'm cleaning his apartment, or or stuff like that, or like if like he's had a long day at work and stuff like that, like I automatically cook or whatnot. Like it's not like either one of us has like a cooking role or anything like that. But it's stuff I don't mind doing. But it's stuff that I know when I do it, like I can actually see like the weight of the world come off his shoulders as it gets done and stuff like that. And I don't know, like I said, I'm not sure, like. Maybe I just need to pay attention, to like what I do. As far as pleasurable encounters, like we haven't gotten to the point where it's like, oh, I'm pulling out all the stops. Not yet, at least. I'm saving that for when we move in together.
Man, let me tell you, rose petals do not work the way you think they will in situations. That was
Explain. Besides the fact it's expensive.
It is expensive. Also, they get places where you don't want them, and then you
That just was to clear off the bed before.
Look, man, I don't make the rules. It was dark. It got exciting for a minute, and then and then they get stuck.
Got
places.
rose petals all up in your butt crack.
I mean,
hey, at least they're soft.
And your farts will come out rosy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's not like you spread Legos everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Imagine
Rose
one of
petals
those
or
going up-
Legos?
Imagine one of those going up your butt.
Ribbed for her pleasure or his. I don't know.
I wish I got rose petals. That would be nice. I wouldn't mind them getting stuck
I
in
do.
places.
Sorry,
I do wanna do
Stephanie.
rose petal thing.
Sorry you weren't there.
It's actually been on my mind to do the rose petal things, the rose petals thing, but I haven't. But I'm like, my whole thing is like, who's going to clean up the mess?
Be different.
The vacuum.
Don't go rose petals. Do sprigs of lavender.
Here,
Well, that's cool. It'll smell good.
here's the thing. I did do the whole like rose petal, like champagne, ice, candle, hotel room thing.
With
It was fine.
Pool.
It was fine, right? It was cool. It was a cool experience that would be a good story someday, which is today, I guess. But it wasn't like reciprocated, right? And like, not that I'm like begging for a response, but it wasn't like, I don't know. You know how like when you do things and then somebody doesn't give you the response that you think you want or deserve, and you're just like, well, if I say something, and they're just going to think I did it for this.
You gave her the AAA treatment, and she didn't even give you a collector's edition of Destiny.
No.
She didn't even give you a regular copy. She bought you the used one, and it wasn't even Destiny 2. It was Destiny.
I have 3 copies of Destiny, actually. The first one. So 4, actually, I think, if you count the Steelbook.
Story.
We talked about
bought a whole box and tried to like give them away during an Extra Life one time. And it's like, oh, you touched it. It's yours now.
Man. And like the chocolate covered strawberries and like, the whirlpool jet pool tub things in the suite. Like, it was all there. It was like, it was fucking expensive, man. And like, just like this was fun. And I'm like, oh yeah, it was fun.
Great
I
5
think.
minutes.
So yeah, it was just like, I don't know. And obviously it was like with the wrong person that doesn't appreciate that kind of stuff, right? And like, but it still sucked at the end. Not during, but at the end.
So on the flip
Was
side,
that a double entendre there?
What, on the flip side?
No. It
Oh.
sucked at the end.
No.
Oh.
No, that was more towards the middle. But anyways, yeah.
all right. So on the flip side of that question, what's the most all out someone has done for you?
Oh, man. Well, I can go there, and you guys have all done more for me than anybody ever did for me. So,
Aw.
not that that's something to be proud of, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's weird, I guess. I mean, one person did things for me, but it wasn't on like that kind of level, but it was we were in a different place and time in our lives though. So it was like what we could afford at that time, I guess, and like that level. But I don't know. It's been a while since anything like that. So I don't know if it even really counts at this point.
Counts? Yeah.
Well, I honestly say that I can't think of any one of my relationships really doing anything special for me, to be perfectly honest. It's a lot of my relationships ended up being more one-sided. I did have a good friend with someone who I did work with of the opposite sex. She was married, but she always did at least make me feel special at work, by honestly kind of giving that genuinely good feel that, because she worked out of the office, and so she would come by into the office occasionally, and she'd always drop by just to say hi to me, and it makes me feel welcome and like wanted and just needed. Like I gotta say that was probably the most I've ever really felt someone, that wasn't my mom, actually do anything, I guess. And it sucks that we don't work together anymore, because as much as my new job, like I feel more appreciated at my new job, I just don't have a connection with any of my coworkers like I did with her. Like, we were the perfect property manager / accountant team. Every project that she was put on, I was put on with her, because our team dynamic was just like stellar. We were on top of the biggest projects and lease ups in that company. Just because our dynamic team, just like, they wanted to showcase that to our clients.
Nice.
So
doesn't that feel good when you have a teammate that works well with you?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that you bring that up. I actually was talking to an old coworker today about how much we used to like do so much together, and now she's somewhere else, and I'm still doing what I'm doing. Not that I love my job, but like, it's different now.
It's different when you don't have that work bestie anymore. It's now it's just a job.
Yeah, we would always talk about Zelda and Nintendo stuff, and it was fun. Anyways.
Well, for me, oh, sorry, I wasn't sure if my mic was working. If I was thinking about like physical, like grand gestures, there was an ex of mine that took me out for a night in Boston, reserved a very nice fancy restaurant, and got us a nice fancy hotel room. and wrote like a very nice card where he ended up like saying that he loved me, which all was great, but unfortunately, that in hindsight, it was definitely a what do you call it? When you break up, a rebound. Like I didn't, and it wasn't intentional that I treat him like a rebound, but unfortunately, after said grand gesture, it kind of hit me in the head. I'm like, oh boy. The other one I can think of is not so much a materialistic, but I gotta give credit where credit's due. My ex-husband, on the day we got married, obviously I did most of the planning, as most women tend to do, but he surprised me on the wedding day. He had two different bouquets of flowers delivered at different times, and then in the middle, like after the wedding ceremony and during the reception, he actually had someone give us doves to release. And I think one was like to celebrate his side of the family, one for my side of the family, and then he saved a third dove for me that I could dedicate it to anyone. So I was able to dedicate it to my nana who passed away and couldn't be at the wedding. So that was a very incredibly thoughtful gesture.
Nice.
Is that
LeRon.
either you, Laurent?
Why is everybody so quiet?
Because we're waiting for you, LeBron.
Actually, okay, so this one I can actually like do. Okay, so the most all out someone's done for me, and it's actually been in a really romantic gesture. Is I had the whole thing, like, pack a bag. I'm not telling you where you're going, and we're gonna go on the road and stuff like that, and wound up spending a weekend out in Charlottesville, Virginia. Um, and no, it's not the current boyfriend I'm with. The Which is funny though, because like going out there left an impression on me, to the point where I'm like, hey, like, I've told him, like, we should actually go there, but it was a nice little weekend getaway. Like this is before Airbnbs were a big thing. So like we got a hotel room and stuff like that, and basically spent the entire weekend going, because Charlottesville is a college town. So like we spent the entire weekend just going, checking things out. Actually caught one of the basketball games for the Cavaliers out there. And Yeah, it was fun and everything. Um uh, Crazy part is, I don't remember all the super intimate details about it, but I do remember the fact that, like, it's the first time anyone ever it had ever done anything like that for me. Pack a bag, and usually it's stuff, like, uses it. It's just super like sappy, but at the same time, like, it was really fun, and it left a great impression.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like I said, I can't remember most of the intimate details, because that was a while back. But I mean, like that whole gesture, like, like that that was actually an amazing thing.
Nice.
Aw. All right.
I
Should do our
do.
next.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
I do remember one thing about a gesture. It wasn't like an expensive thing, but like I think a lot of people that know me know that I don't really do things for my birthday, right? And like I just don't. We don't celebrate it or anything. It's not like, you know, it's just something that I just don't do, and like we just don't do. It's not like I have any reason to or anything, but like uh the one girl I was dating actually like made a night for my birthday once without me even knowing it was happening, because like I don't know, after like after like the age of like 15, you just don't care about your birthday until you turn like 21, when you can go drink and anything. And like even then I didn't even celebrate my birthday. So uh but like she like set up this thing for my birthday, and she ordered like some food and got some like cheap wine from the from the gas station, because that's all we could afford, and like made this whole night of it. And it was like It was the last time I feel like somebody did something meaningful, not necessarily grand, but just like really truly meaningful without like, you know, oh, I did this for you, whatever, like the attention seeking thing to do for someone. And it was, I don't know, it was really nice. And like we just kind of hung out and watched movies and other things, but so yeah,
Aw,
LeRon brought
sweet.
it to my attention.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks, LeRon.
That's a good question. That was a good
Thanks,
question.
thanks for
Yeah.
celebrating
Oh,
my
you're
birthday,
welcome.
LeRon.
Huh? Thanks for what?
Celebrating my birthday.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. Never mind. Move on.
I knew you were kidding.
Hmm.
All right. Who wants to read this next question?
Is it from Sam via Patreon?
Yeah.
Patreon? All right. And there's technically 2, right? So should I just read the first part? Wait, no, maybe. I mean, I'm just gonna read the whole thing.
Yeah.
Sam via Patreon. What do you think is your best quality and your worst quality? Brag about yourself. And what about your panel? Thanks for every episode. After Dark really changes things up for me and has made me think differently about many things in a positive way. Aw, that's awesome, Sam. I love hearing stuff like that.
Thanks, Sam. We
Ooh,
appreciate you.
goodness. Best and worst quality. Does anyone want to go first? Okay, well, to fill the dead air then, I'll go. Um,
Great.
I'll well, you guys are like,
We're
I'll start with
thinking.
worst quality is, lack of self-confidence and second guessing myself. That was definitely a learned
raise
behavior over the years.
raise your hand if you thought she was about to say lack of patience with her boyfriend's child.
Mm. No,
Listen, if
I know what
you met
Steph's
this
weakness is.
what?
Oh no, it's what you said. It's the lack of
Oh,
confidence
oh,
in
oh, I was like,
yourself.
chocolate? I do have a weakness for chocolate. Yes, so but Pat, yeah, so Pat knows me very well. I just it was the way I grew up. I was in culturally with my parents, I was never right. Even when I was factually, objectively correct, I was still wrong if they disagreed with me. I wasn't allowed to have my own opinion, so believe that translated to I have no self worth. Everyone else is right and I'm always wrong. Um, and unfortunately, a lot of second guessing has, led to other types of not the best personality traits like being indecisive and stuff like that. And I have come a long way. I've become much better, but it can be crippling. Or sometimes when I try to have that bit of confidence and self worth, the tiniest little roadblock that I hit, I kind of immediately crumble and kind of revert back to my I'm a piece of shit and nothing state. So that's my worst quality.
Wow.
I, well, I think my best quality is that I believe, I hope I have a high emotional intelligence and I'm very empathetic. I feel like I can get very in tune with other people's emotions. And that also, I feel like I can read people very well. Um, And I don't know, I think that gives me my most human quality. Most compliments people give me is not, wow, Steph, you're such a beautiful person, or wow, Steph, you're so smart, or wow, Steph, you're so talented. It's usually, wow, Steph, you're just a really nice person. You're very kind, very empathetic. I'm like, thanks. So that's my best quality based off of what people tell me. The end.
Steph
That's
and I
me.
literally have the same personality type. We've taken the same test, and so her strengths and weaknesses are almost exactly the same as mine. Uh, Starting with my weakness, I am my worst enemy. Like I could have the most positive time of my life, and I will immediately bring myself down just because, like, I don't know. It's like, well, it was only momentary. It's not, that's not going to last forever. Like this is what your life is. Like your life sucks. No one's going to appreciate you. No one likes you. No one, wants to take the time to check to see how you're doing, or like you're the second or third thought in everyone's mind and never the first. Um, and like, and people could try and tell me that's not true, and I will immediately fire back like, no, no, that is 100% true. But that's my interpretation of me. Um, I am my worst enemy, and I will be the one that like will basically sabotage my happiness regardless of what happens. I don't know. I don't know if it's a technique because I've been hurt in the past, and so I feel I'd rather hurt myself versus having someone else hurt me. Um, I think that actually has a lot to do with it. Uh, but on the flip side, I will say that my probably my most positive trait is I tend to put others before me. Um, I tend to put others' needs. I like if they need help with something and I'm incredibly busy, I will still take the time and help them before I get my tasks done. Um, if I guess like if they need something, I'm willing to put whatever I need aside to help them, even if it's something that I know I'm not going to enjoy or just I don't know, it just see that's going back into my negative thought again. God.
Well, it's like a two sides of a coin. Like one uh amazing trait, when
Yeah.
taken in a different perspective can end up being a worst quality too. That's kind of how I
Uh,
see mine as well.
yeah, I mean, I agree with the empathy thing too. Like, I feel like I know what other people are feeling, and I mean, that's probably one of the reasons why I'd like to put them first is because I don't want them to feel that way because I felt that way, and it's some of the worst feelings in the world. No one else should have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Like,
Hmm.
as dumb as this sounds, it's like let me take your pain and put it on me, kind of deal. I don't know. But it's yeah, cheesy I know, but that's kind of my personality, I guess. I would say.
It's not cheesy.
I feel like my best quality is also my worst quality. I'm pretty pragmatic, and I also like to two sides every situation. I think that's also part of my that's a problem with my birth sign as well, like being a Gemini. Like I look at the duality of everything, and so I think I honestly believe that shit, like, it's one of my best qualities because like it helps me with how I make judgment calls and decisions and things like that. But I also feel like it's my worst quality because like when it comes to like handling situations, I look at two sides of the problem, and I can literally make a bad situation worse, especially when it comes to dealing with other people. I feel like that's the one. Because it's just ingrained in my personality. And I've literally had people get pissed at me because you ever had one of those situations where somebody does something, somebody does something that another person perceives as wrong, and that person is like, asks, well, what why do you think they did that? And I'll turn around and say, well, chances are like this is what they thought was the best option, or they were going off of some judgment, and then all of a sudden I get accused of making excuses for this person, or not being completely empathetic to like the person that was complaining about the thing in the first place. It's like I'll just keep my mouth shut from now on, and you need to let me know when you're asking a rhetorical question or when you actually want a
Hmm.
real answer.
Hmm.
That's it.
I thought there was going to be more.
No, that's it.
Well, I guess for me, what I would say would be my best quality is listening to people if they are having trouble with certain things and trying to relate without bringing myself into it. Like, I think, I don't know, I feel bad when people are going through shit, and like I understand a lot of things that people go through, and so I like to try to be there and listen to people. I mean, now that I'm older, it doesn't happen as often, but I try to be there for my friends when they're going through some stuff, and you know, people weren't always there for me, and that always made me feel like a shitty person. Like, and so I don't want, especially my friends, to feel like they don't have somebody to go to if they need someone to just, even if they just want to yell at me and pretend that I'm someone else, like like vent or be angry or you know, that kind of stuff. I feel like I can do that for people, and it doesn't like make me in a bad mood or anything. I guess I don't really know how to word it, but it is late and words are hard. My worst quality. It's always easier to say what your worst qualities are. Right?
We are our worst judges.
Yeah. So I would say that I have two very bad qualities. One, you would think, oh, that's a great quality. And lately I've been hearing this term and I've been referring to it as performance mode. And I'm not talking about your PlayStation when you want ray tracing. I'm saying,
or sexual prowess in the bedroom.
I mean, that's a different performance mode. We'll talk about that a different day. Actually, in a couple of minutes, for our last question.
Performance mode, quality,
Mm.
or hybrid,
God. I got to get those 60 frames in.
Anything less than 30 is considered poor quality.
Oh God. Anyways,
Just unbearable.
especially like, and I've really been feeling it the last couple weeks, but like I've been going into this mode where like we get on to do a show, and my goal is to make people believe that I am feeling a certain way, even though I'm probably feeling the exact opposite. And I don't want people to know how I'm feeling, because I don't want this feeling of being a burden on people, and I don't want people to have to deal with the shit that I'm going through, right? And that is a problem that I am working through on a lot of different levels. And so the second bad quality is kind of a spinoff of that, where when I finally do open up to somebody, I have been told in the past that when I do open up, it is a lot. And then you just kind of stick with that. And so like I pull myself back and kind of like, I'll open up and be open about how I'm feeling or what's going on. And then like there will be a time where there's a switch in my head that flips and says, you're being too much. You need to back off. You need to stop calling or texting this person who has, openly accepted your invitation of being there for you. And then you just end up closing yourself off and doing this terrible carousel of like, okay, well now I'm back to faking how I'm feeling and making, your friends feel like you're okay, even if you're not. And this has been something that I've been working on the last month or so, because to be honest with you guys, I haven't been in a great place the last few weeks. And so, but as a podcast host, especially not necessarily on this show, but the other shows we do, my goal is to be on, right? And we are on, we are here for entertainment. We are here for a purpose. We are here to take people's minds off of their problems for an hour, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. And you can't, if somebody's there to take their mind off their problems, you can't bring your problems into it unless we're doing a show like After Dark, which is where we kind of come to vent sometimes. So yes, LeRon.
Just to like add on to what you're saying, don't you love when like people exploit you for like that good quality until all of a sudden until they feel like I said, like you said, like it all of a sudden seems too much, you
Mm-hmm.
know. I do want to ask you this: like, do you find more friends that are saying that to you, or family that says that to you? Who do you think says it more?
I think
Well,
it's probably yourself that says it though, because I'm like the same way.
Well, no, I mean,
no,
no, they've
worked.
gaslit him to a point to now where it's in his head.
Yeah, well, in the past, it's been friends and partners who have said this, and so even I mean, it's to the point where like I will try to open up to even my wife to an extent, and I can just based on reactions or what she may or may not say, and it's not like I don't, in my mind, I don't know if it's intentional. It might be some responses, maybe, but like it feels like, okay, I don't want to hear this right now. I'm dealing with my own shit. I don't have time to deal with yours too, and I don't know if that's something I've made up in my head or something that is happening for real, but like, it's still like really hard for me to open up to people. And, I've been very lucky to have, people who have accepted, especially the last couple weeks of how I've felt, because it hasn't been great. And so, I'm still working through trying to allow myself to be open with people, even though, it's still very hard. It's still incredibly difficult.
This explains a lot because like we've had over the past 100 some odd episodes of After Dark, like there have been times when you've like really like had heart to hearts with us, and then you would apologize. Like Stephanie knows what I'm talking about too.
Yes.
Where like you're like I'm just sorry for putting this all out there, and we have to tell you time and time again, don't be sorry for like if even though none of us here are qualified for it, like we are like your therapist, and we're therapists for each other and stuff like that. This is what friends are for. So the reason why I ask you, like, do you have more friends that are saying this than family? Because I hate to say this for anyone that knows Corey Dirrig, in real life, y'all some fake ass fucking friends.
I mean, like I said, it's been both for the most part for most of my life. And so like I think that's why, especially like, the relationships I've been in that are just like you're fucking crazy, and I'm just like, no, I just need someone to talk to because I feel like this. And then
it puts so much doubt into your own brain, and like the one thing that we as human beings should not ever do is doubt ourselves, because like honestly, like that starts to spiral into insanity,
yeah and then like I said, to you guys, either like at PAX or like right after PAX, I was like, this was the first time I felt like I was allowed to be myself, to the point where like the first day I felt like I don't know how I am like free to act around these people, then to like the last 2 days I felt like I was overthinking of, man, I'm really glad these people let me be myself, and like I don't want it to go away, to the point where like I couldn't enjoy the moment with anybody. And like I look at the pictures of PAX and I can totally tell like, man, I wish I would have acted different in this situation, or I wish I would have been more in the moment in this situation, or I wish, I wish I would have hugged Pat and picked him up and twirled him around like a rag doll. You know what I mean? Like I wish, things would have been different. And this is just one scenario out of probably dozens in my life.
Corey, I'm glad you didn't do that because that would have killed your back.
My back's already broken. It's fine. Maybe it would have corrected the
It would have
problem.
snapped.
That's fair. Then
All right.
we
Next time all of us are in the room with Corey, we're just gonna love up on him. Take that for whatever way you want to, Corey. Like you might wind up taking it too. Just saying.
except for Stephanie, she'll walk around me and hug someone else.
She'll hug me
No.
first.
No, but in all
As
seriousness,
it should
though,
be.
in all seriousness, no, like I opening up has been extremely tough, and I appreciate you guys, and I'm working on not covering up so much. So
Oh, good.
except
Please
for
don't.
clothes,
No,
I'm gonna wear my clothes, but you know what I mean. Covering up here.
I'm not gonna sexually harass you tonight. Not on this
Although-
episode of After Dark.
Although I've been running and I've been working out and I've been doing these weird ab workouts that I've seen on YouTube to get my mind off the thing. I'm telling you, man, these top ones, they're coming back.
So
Ayo.
the quote homeboy from Mean Girls, take your top off.
I'm hey man, eight more pounds and I will have lost 100 pounds.
All right.
Awesome.
That's cool.
So
You know what? We're gonna close it off on that note because that's probably the most positive note we're gonna get tonight.
but we have another topic and I was really excited for it.
You want to do that
Save
topic?
it for next time.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's save that for next week.
But mine's only 2 words.
2 words. Okay, you know what? All right, here we go. All right,
Yeah.
so we got one more topic to go through real before we close it out tonight.
I need people to laugh. I just need people
Answer
to laugh.
this topic in 2 words each.
Yeah.
And this is in the spirit. This is in the spirit of what After Dark is all about, guys. What is your hidden sexual talent?
In 2 words.
Me? Are you me first?
Corey's
I
about- Corey's
can't
about to say
tell. Pat
blowjobs.
looks like he's
that's
Nope.
that's only 2 words.
No,
sexual
nope.
talent.
Corey, you're the one who said this. Come on.
Mhm. I only have 2 words. My tongue.
Okay.
My tongue.
Oh.
Okay.
That's
That's
all I have to say.
very close to blowjob territory, though. Just saying.
I mean, sure, but
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's the bisexual male on male part of me that's going there tonight. I'm sorry.
I not to toot my own horn, but I'm good at finding the spot.
All
Okay.
right. Here. Not many guys
Okay.
know.
He's got that.
Corey?
He's
I
got
don't-
a tongue like Rosario Dawson.
Here's the thing. I don't understand why dudes have such a hard time.
Exactly.
It's not
I
just
don't
finding
I
it.
don't
It's just what
I don't
you do
understand
with
either.
it too.
I mean,
I don't
look,
understand. I
pro
don't
t-
understand. Either.
Pro tip, everybody. Here's the
Pro
thing.
tip.
When
Yep.
you do find it and you're using your tongue, okay, you just look, they don't like the same motion over and over and over again. Okay, so ABCs with your tongue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then once they start feeling it, you find the letters that work and you just keep spelling out words with those letters. Okay. My personal best is N. If you start at A, you get to N.
Capital N or small
Capital
N?
N. Capital N. It's my personal record.
Okay.
Oh, that's the
Yeah,
letter
no.
you get to that
Mhm.
that we have takeoff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
Yeah.
not to get too graphic, but also figured out that squirting is real. It does happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not all women, but yes.
No, not all, but it happened, and
Stephanie was real quick
No.
to throw that disclaimer
no,
out there.
not all women. I'm saying it happened, and I was very surprised when it did happen, and I was a little shocked and confused, but then I was like,
It's
okay,
like-
well,
It's like the reverse of what we do to them from time to time.
I mean, yeah, I
Like,
feel your
whoa.
pain now.
Whoa, did that just actually happen? What the fuck?
Wait,
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Did it get in your eye?
Yeah, I got in my eye. It's
Did
red
it-
for like a
did it
couple
hurt?
days. It would stung.
Did it
It
hurt?
was very.
It
It
stings
was
like
stung.
Okay,
Listen, I just want to see because I got
It's-
something in my eye and it made my eye
Okay.
fucking red.
It's
Like, why
it's
is it red?
it's not. It's
Stephanie,
definitely not as thick, but it does get in there. Okay, and it does
Yeah.
sting. I would say it
Stephanie,
got
I'm
in my
gonna tell
hair,
you
but I
right
don't
now.
have any for it to get stuck in. So
It's got
Stephanie,
that salt content.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Stephanie, as a guy who's been on the receiving end from both like the male and the female version of it. Yeah. Like I swore I had pink eye.
yeah,
Because
What exactly does
it hurts. It hurts like a. It's okay. See, I don't know what makes up the vaginal fluid for that. I know what makes up the guy fluid for that though, and I understand that it's supposed to be clearing a path to like get to the egg. So like all that stuff that's in our seminal fluid it has a purpose. So like it's actually an attack mechanism. Honestly, our whole like ejaculate sperm is an attack mechanism because a part of it's designed to like. This is back when we were all cavemen and we were just fucking everybody.
God. Back in our 20s when we were all cavemen.
we would blow our stuff up into our partner, and it's designed to and our stuff is designed to clear out some of the other stuff that be left over from the last partner that's in there, so that our sperm fertilizes that egg. Yeah, that's also why our penis is shaped like mushrooms. It's scooping all that stuff out. Oh, trust me,
Yeah.
I love the human body.
Wait, did cavemen know how to circumcise back in the day?
Well, no,
Well, not that you need it. By then, it's pulled back. Never mind. I take that back. I retract my statement.
They all just looked like them giant dune monsters. That's all.
But now I'm curious. I will say I will say this. I've had more jizz in my eye than female squirtage, but still, it's not fun. It's not fun. As a matter of fact, the last time it's happened to me, I remember like my eye actually like throbbing and hurting for like 2 days.
Yeah, that's why now I'm like, let me put on some glasses. Please.
Oh, that's just hard to clean out of your glasses, though. Oh my god!
Visors.
No, they're fake glasses, so it's fine.
They're cum-resistant glasses, LeRon.
Cum-resistant
Better
glasses.
than in the eyeball. I'd rather clean the glass than the eyeball.
That was the worst. I was not expecting it to hurt that badly.
It's the same ones you have to wear for the
like a
eclipse, you know? You just gotta protect your eyes, or your retinas will fry.
Yeah,
It hurts like a bitch, and I had to lie to my roommate and be like, "No, it's just my allergies are killing me." It's like, it's just one eye, though. I'm like, it's bothering one eye. Shut up.
I'm not gonna fucking wear a patch and be a pirate.
I'm allergic to cum in my eye. Thank you.
To be fair, it was better.
Corey? Oh,
what?
To be fair, what?
Oh, I was gonna say, to be fair, it's better than learning that you're allergic to latex 3 days after you use latex.
Okay, how bad is the itching, man? Is it like you're gonna rub your shit raw?
Yeah.
No amount of Benadryl or topical ointment can help you.
I mean, it was. I had to get prescription cream. Okay, that's how bad it was.
Honestly, when your balls just have a random itch, sometimes it drives you crazy.
Look, and then like the shit that you have to substitute latex for just smells so bad that it just makes you not want to fuck anybody. Okay, it's just.
I didn't know. I didn't even know lambskin was still a thing.
It was 20 years ago when I found out.
Okay, yeah, 20 years ago it was still a thing. I'm not sure what it is now.
I
Like,
think
don't
it's
we
some
got
new,
better?
some like synthetic stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah. Like, I'm about to look this up right now.
All right.
Latex condom.
Pat, what's your
alternative.
secret sexual?
Wait, before we move on, I just wanted to close out your response and say, kudos to you because you don't want the same repetitive motion like licking a popsicle over and over again. It's really disturbing feeling. So, okay.
It's really
Patrick.
here. My last thing on that. It's really helpful. It's really helpful when you have someone there to walk you through it.
Mm.
Wait. You mean a third person in the room?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I thought it was just the woman coaching you. No, okay.
Woo. Okay, so now we're going into cuckolding. Okay.
Look, I didn't.
This
is a different.
Someone standing behind him. This guy's head pressed down in it.
Here. We're gonna move on. We're gonna save that topic for another week.
Corey, this is why I love you, man. Like you share a lot of information, but it is also entertaining and is very enlightening.
You've lived quite a life in your youth.
I did. It was an interesting time.
I'll make this one really brief. My hidden sexual talent is that and this sounds so generic, but my hidden sexual talent is that I try to make sure that whomever I'm with is satisfied. But that's also because my body's wired differently, and I think it's some stuff I inflicted on myself. But it takes me forever to come during sex. So like I just want to make sure my partner gets off, and then depending on where I'm at in the whole situation, I'm happy, because it sucks when you're told to get up off somebody. It's been going at it too long.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
You got to find that sweet spot, LeRon,
Huh?
You got to find that sweet spot, and I'm not talking about the spot. I'm talking about the time limit. The movies make you think you want to go all night long, and then that's just not the truth. It's like, look, we got like 15 minutes here. We got to do what we got to do, and then we're just gonna lay here and either fall asleep or watch a movie. Or
I will. You know what? We can say this for another. We can say this for another topic too. As a matter of fact, we need to put this in the notes. Like I'm gonna teach everybody the art of the quickie, because if I go in thinking this is a quickie, yeah, like I'm done real quick. But if I go in there like, what? Oh, we're about to have fun tonight. Shit, it might be a long night. I had to learn how to perfect quickies, because because an ex girlfriend of mine, like she would always like to do it. She'd always like to do it like at her parents' house when her older brothers were home, and I'm like, you trying to get my ass kicked? So yeah, sexual talent teacher. I like that.
It's just, yeah.
So,
Patrick.
Yeah. I was about to say, so Patrick, go. I was not trying to add more conversation.
Yeah. No, honestly, my talent's the same as Corey. I'm good with my tongue. And I can't really add much more. Corey said it. It's about, finding that spot and not repeating the same motion over and over again. Keep it variety, keep it kind of surprising, but not too surprising, if you know.
Got the girls going, ooh la la.
Yeah. No, it's unfortunately, because I'm fat, I have to figure out other ways to make it attractive. So, you have to really put some points into your skill work. So that's what I did. I learned how to eat pussy.
Says the guy who can get off to the Family Guy theme.
Yep.
I forgot.
Don't think I forgot about that.
Yep.
Oh man. You know, ever since you said that, all that pops up in my like Instagram reels are like Family Guy and Ted clips.
You're welcome.
By the way, that Ted show looks fucking hilarious. I didn't even know there was.
I've
a
heard it's
show.
good.
I've heard it's pretty good too. I don't want to take the chance though and wind up getting onto a show that I'm going to get hooked on. I've already got so much stuff I'm watching right now.
It's fair.
All right. Well,
Who's
Steph,
left?
what is the secret talent behind the woman?
I don't know. I don't think I have any special talents, to be honest with you. So I would say a unique answer would be my actual, hold on, what's the word? It's late.
Being a woman.
Yeah.
What?
That's your talent. Being a woman.
Being
Yeah.
a woman.
No. That's a
Y'all are
no.
y'all are magical creatures.
No,
Mhm.
no.
Where's the lie, LeRon?
It's
Stuff is like, don't put that shit on me.
no. It's my what's the word for your sexual appetite? Your libido. Uh, I have a
That's your
very
talent?
high libido. Well, I only say that because every single partner I've been with is like, "Wow, you have such incredibly high sex drive for a woman." I'm like, "What the fuck's that supposed to mean?" And everyone keeps complaining that, at least when you get into a long-term relationship, especially a marriage even, people only kind of get down. Or very rarely, like I've had people say, I only get sex on my birthday, or I have to beg for sex, or I get sex once a month. The woman has a headache. Like I guess there's running jokes that girls complain they have a headache all the time, so they can't have sex or don't want to have sex. So I could be wrong. Maybe like the younger generation of females are more sexualized, which I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, and have higher libidos, but I
Actually, I've
have a,
heard the opposite. The younger generation isn't sexual enough.
okay, well,
I've heard Gen Z likes to stay away from it.
oh, well, okay.
I
All
don't
right,
know.
well then there you go. I'll add more to my confidence to my answer then. Just every partner I've had apparently is surprised at how high my libido is. So therefore, that must be something unique and special. So therefore, my special talent is I have such a voracious sexual appetite that I have male partners that are telling me that I want sex too much, which I think says something.
Damn, girl, you weren't the fuck out.
I actually will get cranky and angry if I don't get laid. So
Yo, he Stephanie's the one putting it down in the bedroom. I like where this conversation is going.
yeah, no, I've gotten to a few minor, not huge, but minor arguments that I'm like, I'm not getting laid enough, and they're like, you're asking to get laid too much, and I'm like, how dare you, sir?
What do you mean?
It's like I need to be. I'm like, doesn't your dick get hard like when the wind blows? Like, come on. He's like, it's not a switch. I'm like, I know it's not a switch, but let's go.
I mean, not with that attitude. What it's
So there you go, ladies and gents. I can get into that mood
Look,
almost anywhere, anytime.
you give me 30 minutes and some Gatorade, I'm good to go again. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
I'm telling you, we gotta get those
Again.
electrolytes back in us. So we gotta recharge.
Yeah. Put some Gatorade and some Red Bull. I'm good to go.
Yo, there's only with men. There's only a small amount of time where they're like the Energizer Bunny, and that's usually from age 15 to 22.
Hey, that's our sexual peak. I've been told that women's sexual peak is much later. I don't know if it's scientifically true or not. All I know is that
It is if
Yep.
you've ever watched an episode of Sex in the City and seen Samantha.
no, I don't watch that
men
show.
are supposed to die younger, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to say
our
though.
job was to plant our seed and then get our heads eaten.
I do want to
Like
say
praying
though.
mantis.
Oh, sorry, Pat. I didn't mean to interrupt you. What'd you say?
It said men are like praying mantises. Our job is to plant our seed and then get our head eaten.
I mean, that's very literal, but yes.
Mhm.
Now, what I want to say though, just to like close out this topic, is like, for the men who say they aren't, wanting to have sex all the time, it's usually because they feel bad about themselves. Well, in my case, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
because I do want to say, as I've been like, not to like toot my own horn, but like as I've been like losing weight and like seeing the progress, and like, now that I've been like walking and running and working out a little bit, it's like, dang, I'm like fucking 25 again. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. And it's like,
Nice.
but
It's like it's like to start feeling yourself.
Yeah,
Literally and
yeah.
figuratively.
I mean, it's just like, but like also like the marriage thing is true to an extent, especially when it's just like, it.
No, it takes a lot of work and effort to keep the sex alive, especially once you have kids. Like kids are the hugest cock block
Mhm.
ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
yeah. It's it sucks, and not in the good way. So
For me, I think maybe the whole like my sex drive is not as high as I would maybe want it to be. Is sex is messy.
Sex is messy.
Fluids. There's fluids.
Oh.
There's smells. That's just like it's like, okay, well, I'm experienced this, and now I'm okay for a while.
yeah,
Gotta get your hands dirty once in a while, Pat.
yeah. Just
Yep.
get them dirty all the time. You'll just feel better about yourself once you accept it. That's what laundry machines are for. And plug-ins and showers and
just don't own a black
lay down towels.
yeah, man.
Yes.
Just have your.
I'm pretty
sex
sure
toy
my
once in a while.
apartment complex will like my cum drenched everything going into the washing machines that I use by everyone else.
Hey, they don't. Hey,
Pretty sure
hey,
that's
what
what
they don't.
everyone else is doing.
Yeah, what they don't know
Probably.
won't kill them.
Yeah. Good times. Good.
Very good times.
Good times.
Well, now the whole world knows our sexual talents.
Yes.
They know one of them at best.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the next episode of After Dark, where we reveal all of our sexual talents. Patreon exclusive.
Or at least reveal enough talents for you to become that person in the bedroom.
Hey man, we could write a book.
That boudoir warrior.
Let's write a book. It'd be like 10 pages.
All right, well that's going to be it for tonight's episode. We're wrapping it up. By the way, Corey, next time you have to. By the way, Corey, next time you have to wear a condom, polyurethane.
Thank you, LeRon. I will keep that in mind. But it hasn't been much of an issue the last 8 to 10 years.
Or just do it in the butt.
Or just snip, guys. Back to that conversation. Just snip. Don't worry about it ever again.
Yeah, so we'll talk about it later. But yeah, it's happening. It's happening for
all right
soon.
All right, well, on behalf of everyone here, we want to say thanks to everyone out there who's been watching or listening to Boss Rush After Dark, the alternative topical podcast for adults on the Boss Rush Network. If you enjoyed our show, please leave us a 5-star rating and a nice review on the podcast services. Or if you're out there on YouTube land, subscribe to our YouTube channel and like the video and give it and please leave a comment there as well. Like we want to see all your comments and everything, except for some of the douchebags that are racist or sexist.
Yeah, you're not welcome.
That's been happening. That's a thing now. So yeah,
I had to ban a person today. Fucking people, man. Fucking people.
All right. All that aside, any interaction you have with our videos or our content on podcast services, it all really helps with our discoverability and visibility. So hey, keep up the good job. Always remember, head to our Patreon, look at our tiers and think about subscribing to that if you like what we do and you want to make sure we get to do more of it. Pat, Stephanie, Corey, always a pleasure. I love staying up late at night with you guys.
I love this extra long time with you, LeRon.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, It's because I don't know how to end quickly. That's why.
Mhm.
Hey, just
It
whatever
takes a
happens,
long time
happens.
for me to finish.
Mm.
All you
You've
ever gotta
noticed.
say is get up off me. Like you gotta stop now. All you got one of those lines, and we're good. And someone stop me right now so we can end this show.
LeRon, it's time
We
to
love-
stop. Let's get off of the our
Time to finish,
sticker.
How to finish.
Everyone, this has been episode 104 of Boss Rush After Dark. Please come back and catch us for the next all new episode. We love you. Take care of yourselves. Good night.
Night.
Bye, everybody.
You sexy, sexy audience, you.
If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dirrig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.